a season of change. I'm in a season of growth. I'm in a season of belief, a season of awareness, of understanding, of willingness, of courage, of confidence. That's where I'm at right now. And I feel good about it. I ain't worried about what the world got to say. I ain't worried about what people thinking about me no more. Message. Most people are not doing what they want to do with their lives. Let that sink in. Think about that. Think about how effective the enemy is if he can convince that amount of people that they cannot do what they want to do. Think about how effective that's been in your life. I know it's been effective in my life. I know he's gotten away with it a lot, and I've allowed it. God is moving things around in my life in order for me to become a better version of myself. That's why God allowed me to get broken down. It wasn't as a form of revenge. It was a punishment for my sinful behavior. That is true, and I accept my punishment, but it wasn't as a form of revenge. It was more of an act of love because he wants to save me. He wants me to be saved, and I want to be saved. So 2024 is almost at the end. I feel like I made a lot of progress, but then I also went back a little bit. Actually, it was a lot. I went back a lot, but it was a temporary setback. That I know, because it brought me closer to God. That fall, what it did was reignite the fire within me. It reignited the fire within me because I started to drift in like a hypnotic frequency. And although I was aware and I was having a relationship with God and my spiritual side, I was at the verge of losing myself. What good is a man to gain all the riches of the world and to lose his soul? So that's why I think God humbled me. He allowed that so-called breaking down, those trials and tribulations to hit me, and it's okay. He had me in the palm of his hands the whole time. And the positive outcome, the seed of a greater benefit, is that I'm out here doing my stuff now. I finally woke up something within me that just said enough is enough. Now is the time. It's time to just actually use my voice, to use the power of the spoken word, and to create the life that I feel like I want and deserve to live. Not to take the credit for it, but to simply live the purpose that God has set for me. That is the sole reason behind it. It's not to wake up one day and be like, look what I did, look what I did. Although I deserve some credit for taking action, that is true. The only thing is that the results given to me are still a gift from God. Even if I take the action, and I must take care of them, and I must not idolize them. I must always keep God first. So if you feel like you got broken down this year, don't become weary. Like it says in Galatians 6:9, at the proper time you shall reap a harvest if you believe and if you do not quit. Now, when is the time? That's between you and God. It's between me and God. And if it's the time, it's the time. If it ain't the time, it ain't the time. But either way, God is in control. You're in God's hands. If you're doubtful of something, if you're feeling insecure, don't become weary. Hold on to God's promise that your harvest shall be reaped at the proper time if you do not quit.